Today on the net, the blogosphere discusses the case of the Russian spies arrested in the US. In Japan, web users comment on the craze for Ryoma, a historical hero in a country. And Filipino prisoners have created a new choreography paying tribute to Michael Jackson. There has been an air of the Cold War in the US blogosphere ever since the American government arrested 11 suspected Russian spies, a story that has been feeding web users' imaginations. Many are wondering about the methods used by the suspected spies to transmit information. Here, the new technology specialist site Tech News Daily says the accused concealed messages in ordinary photos that they circulated on the internet. This Canadian video blogger says that without a doubt the Russian spies hacked into unprotected Wi-Fi networks to gain access to certain computer networks. He advises American web users to protect their computers and not play into their enemies' hands. This journalist from the Washington Post refutes this accusation and says on his blog that the techniques used by the Russian spies were, on the contrary, pretty archaic. He explains here that they met up inconspicuously in parks or sent each other messages in Morse code. Meanwhile, several web users appear to be questioning the official version of events. They think that the unsecretive profile of some of the accused does not fit in with the image of a traditional spy. The case of Anna Chapman in particular is being debated online. This young entrepreneur, a specialist in startups, has left behind many traces on the internet. She has a Facebook profile including many photos and also interviews on Russian business blogs. These images are taken from Ryoma, The Legend of Ryoma, a series shown on the Japanese channel NHK. Inspired by the story of Sakamoto Ryoma, a national hero, the program was an instant hit, and this emblematic figure in Japanese history is hugely popular. The web comments upon this phenomenon. As this blogger says, the channel produces a tiger drama each year. They give it a substantial budget to make a series inspired by the country's history, which is then broadcast all year long. 2010 is the year of Ryoma. At the end of the 19th century, this samurai warrior played a part in transforming Japan from a feudal to a modern system. Many bloggers have posted photos online demonstrating how the Ryoma phenomenon has invaded the streets. Shops are filled with books, cakes, cans, even cappuccinos with his face on them. Commemorative coins have also been made. This web user explains that today's idea of this historical figure has been shaped by the work of writer Ryotaro Shiba. His novel about Ryoma is like a Bible for many Japanese people and recommended by many politicians and company bosses. This Japanese man criticizes this fascination. He lives in Koshi, where Ryoma was born, and says you cannot escape the legend, the name of the airport, the statue in the main park. He thinks that politicians exploit this name to make voters more sympathetic towards them. The Spanish daily El País has launched Escape, a new social network to create dialogue between journalists and web users. On this new platform, they'll be able to share texts, videos, photos, and links to other information sources. It can also be used to send messages to Twitter or Facebook. Here's Live at Home, a live music program broadcast exclusively on the internet. The concept? Lock musicians in a house full of musical instruments with cameras and video screens everywhere and let them get on with it. The images are broadcast live on the video sites What and Dailymotion. Spectators can interact with the musicians by sending them messages that appear on television screens. The first guests on this program, created by co-founder of Dailymotion Didier Rapaport and producer Serge Khalifa, are Mika, Jamie Cullum and Gaëtan Roussel. The inmates of Cebu prison in the Philippines, known for their video choreography to Thriller, have done it again. 1,500 prisoners paid tribute to Michael Jackson on Saturday, 1 year after his death, taking on some of the star's most famous hits.